of love that once burned brightly in my heart has now become quiet after you walked away. It used to be warm, it used to be bright, but now all that's left is a body that trembles in the darkness. All the promises become smoke and disappear in the wind, leaving only the remains of memories that have burned away. Looking at the extinguished flames, I see only sadness. A heart that was once loyal has now turned to ashes, trying to blow the spark to make this fire burn again. But only the coldness that comes to torment the heart, no more the light that once lit the way for both of us. All that remains is the ashes of the love that once meant so much. All that remains is the tears that flow to the ground in the lonely night. Everything that was built is now completely gone, like ashes flying through the air. There will be no day that will return. If I knew it would burn like this, I wouldn't let this heart start. If I knew that in the end there would only be smoke, I wouldn't let hope breathe. These ashes will fade away with time, right? Flame that used to be warm. Goodbye, the ashes of a painful love. I'll let it fly in the wind to be gone forever. Looking into my heart, I see only a desert. No drops of joy, only dryness. There used to be an oasis of love, there used to be hope, but now everything has been swallowed up by the wind. The sun of pain shines on a broken heart, with no shade to shelter from no one to care for. Wandering emptiness without a goal or sign. Every step forward is a great effort. Hungry for love, like a lost traveler, calling out your name in my heart, but only the sound of the wind blowing through. No clouds to provide shade, no rain to wash away the sorrow. The heart is like a desert, dry and lifeless, lost in true light, lost in the one who once felt close to me. Living in a vast endless, and in this loneliness, the heart that once had flowers. The soil won't accept you as dead, is as hard as a soul is a rock. If you don't return, this heart will become a desert forever. Heart is like a desert, dry and lifeless, losing its true light, losing those who once felt close to it, living in a vast and endless loneliness. The heart that once had color has now turned into the color of assassin. From seeing the road, I will sleep here in the desert of my own heart, waiting for the day when the earth stops spinning. Sun has set and is replaced by darkness, like my real life, which has lost its light since you left. I sit and stare at my own shadow in a lonely room, hearing only the sound of the wind and my heart crying. I wanna sleep and forget the story, but my eyes won't close. Every time I close them, I see you smiling at me. All the memories become piercing wounds. My heart, which used to be strong, has now become very weak. The sky is dark, but my heart is darker than the sky. I try to count the stars in the sky so that time can pass a little faster, but the clock seems to have stopped in this long night, endless night. There is no tomorrow for me, living in a nightmare of loneliness and departure, waiting for the morning to come. But it seems like the sky won't light up, it hurts so much in the night without anyone by my side. When will it be light? When will the pain go away? If this waiting must be in darkness forever, if your return is something impossible, let this night kill me with your memory. Ooh. stars have all gone out, but I'm still not asleep, still sitting here where you said goodbye. The endless night. Door to the room is closed, but my heart is still cold. Looking at the empty chair you used to sit next to. The air conditioner blows against my body, making me feel cold. But it's not as cold as my heart that's lonely in this room. The scent of perfume left on a blanket and pillow makes me not dare to breathe for fear that it will disappear. These four walls become witnesses to my tears that cry out for you, but there is no response. Every night that passes is the longest night. I wanna fall asleep, but my heart is still stubborn. It tells me you're not home yet. A cold room, cold to the bone. No one is really around, only shadows and darkness. Waiting for you to come back, waiting for you to warm me up. But you know, this room is turning into a field of ice. It hurts so much, it's so cold. Alone in this room, we used to laugh and hug each other warmly, but now all that's left is memories that make me shiver. If I knew we had to part ways like this, I don't want this season to come. Was turning into a field of ice. Turn off the lights, close your eyes. Let this cold eat away at my heart, because without you, this room has no meaning anymore. Looking at the sky, I no longer see the blue sky. Looking at the flowers, I no longer see the beautiful colors. Since you walked away, leaving me alone, everything that was once beautiful has disappeared. The sunlight shines on my body without any heat. Every path path I walk seems endless. I can't hear the laughter of the people around me, because all I hear in my ears is the sound of silence. Like old movies that are only black and white, my life is now also going backwards towards sadness. There is no one who can come and help paint my life again. The world is gray, there is no beauty anymore. Since you left, there is no goodbye, no answer. The heart that once had color has become too dull, living in a blur, lost in a field of tears. Oh, why is this a world so sad? I wanna call you back to paint my heart pink. I want you to light up the world that is almost dark. But do you know that you are already building a new world with someone else? Close your eyes and see only gray. Open your eyes and still see only gray. Maybe my life will have to live in this color forever. There used to be sunshine that warmed my heart. There used to be gentle words that comforted me when I was sad. But since you left, all that's left is darkness and sadness. Everything that used to be beautiful has now turned into nothingness. The cold wind blows through again and again in the left chest. Loneliness begins to play with the tears that flow without stopping. The heart that used to be full of blood now turns hard as stone. It is no longer a human heart, it is a cold block of ice. Trying to ignite the fire of hope, but it won't burn. Trying to run for warmth, but there's only silence. This heart is trapped in a field of ice. Ice wraps around the heart, chills the spine and spirit. No one can enter, no light can dissolve it. Closes all for feelings, imprisons itself in the endless cold. Willing to live in the cold rather than be hurt by lies. It hurts so much. times I wish there was someone to help me recognize the word love again, but fear is covering my heart more and more. Itself in endless cold, willing to live in the cold rather than be hurt by lies. Farewell, my love, you who were once the sun. Now the sky is dark, my heart is frozen cold until I lose my breath. I open my eyes and see an empty world, not knowing who I am or where I am going. My body is still breathing, but my heart has stopped beating since the day you left near the door of sadness. Walking forward, stumbling like a soulless robot, smiling as usual, but inside it's melting away. Everything that once meant something is now worthless, 'cause you are the owner of the soul who took it away. People around me asked, how are you? I just nodded, not knowing what I was thinking, because my spirit, it had been dead for a long time, living without a soul, like a walking corpse. A heart that used to be warm now turns cold as stone. Waiting for the last day for this body to dissolve according to fate, because without someone by your side, this life has no meaning anymore. What's the point of living if the soul is dead? What's the point of living if the soul is dead? I wanna cry, but there are no tears to flow. I wanna be in pain, but my heart no longer knows pain. It is numb, it is dark, it doesn't know who to live for. sound of your own heart beating slowly. Every breath you take in and out seems to weigh a ton. Looking in the mirror, seeing a hopeless person who once had a smile, but now it's all gone. The word love that you used to whisper in my ears now become a poison, killing me slowly. Every day, every place we've been, every word we've said, it comes back to haunt me, making it hard to breathe. Trying to breathe in the air, but it's only cold. Trying to live on, but my heart is still spinning. What should I do to make this pain go away? Lonely breath in a world without you. Every second that passes is a tragic story. Breathing calls your name, knowing that you won't answer. It hurts so much that I wanna stop breathing. Alone at this point. Oh, why do you let me live in such loneliness? If my last breath could be exchanged for your return, I would be willing to sacrifice, willing to stop breathing forever just to see you smile at me one last time. A lonely breath in a world without you. Every second that passes is a tragic story. Breathing calls your name, knowing that you won't answer. It hurts so much that I wanna stop breathing. Alone right here. The sky is almost clear, but my breath is still the same. Still missing, still loving, even though I know there is no hope. My lonely breath will fade away with your memory. The sunlight shines, creating shadows on the ground, but it seems strange, different from usual. There used to be two shadows, always walking side by side, never separated, but now there's only one left, looking at the lonely shadow. Walking through the old place where we used to laugh together. My shadow is here, but your shadow disappears with time. It's like a spirit that has lost its way and can't find its way home, because the owner of my heart has walked out of my life. Try to run away from the light so you don't see your shadow, because it always reminds me of you. The shadow that used to be yours, what has become of you now? A shadow without an owner, living in the darkness alone, no one to come. like a shadow with no one around. It looks so pitiful. Vast expanse of water, staring out at the invisible wrap, like my life without you, sinking into loneliness with only the sand and the sea breeze blowing through my body, leaving only me alone on a remote island. There was once a boat that brought you here, giving me sweet hope, but in the end you left, leaving me waiting in the dark. The waves of the sea crash onto the shore like endless pain, calling for help, but only the sound of birds chirping answered. I write the word help on the white sand, hoping you will see it from a great distance. But the sea rises, erasing every trace of my longing. A remote island imprisons a heart that has been abandoned, lives in a small world filled with tears and sorrow. No one can come away to leave, waiting for the day when this island sinks into an ocean of pain. Why did you leave me here all alone? Sometimes I look at the horizon, wanting to see the shadow of your boat. Sometimes I wanna swim across the sea to find you and see you again. But you know my strength is so weak, I'm tired of waiting. remote island will be the tomb of my love forever. There used to be laughter in my ears. There used to be sweet words of comfort. But now everything has become nothing, completely gone. Sitting alone in a dark room, hearing even the sound of my own breathing. It's louder than the sound of thunder. Looking at the four walls that once had photos of us smiling. Now all that's left is the silence that haunts me every second. I wanna turn on the TV, I wanna listen to music, but my heart won't let me because of my heart. Crying out for you in pain. This silence is slowly eating away in my heart. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy in the past. Do you know how scary this silence is? The terrible silence in the world without you. It chokes my breath, suffocates me until I can't find words to say. Every minute of silence is a story of sorrow. Afraid of the silence, afraid of being alone in the darkness. Oh, help me call my name again so that the silence will go away. Sometimes I want the sound of arguing is better than the silence. Sometimes I want the sound of you walking through the door, but you know the silence is the truth I have to accept. Even the sound of breathing is scary. The sky's starting to darken, ready to rain down on the ground like the heart of this woman. Man who is feeling uneasy in his chest, sitting under an old tree where we used to take shelter next to each other. But now all that remains is cold and invisible loneliness. Raindrops fall, touching the cheeks you once cared for, washing away the tears I've tried to hide for so long. The sound of thunder roars like the sound of a broken heart crying out for a reason. Why did you leave? People around me to fall, but my tears still float, looking at the crying sky, knowing that only the sky understood. The sky cried for me until the day I stopped breathing. In a quiet room at midnight, I sit alone with no one around me. The sound of the clock ticking away, chasing the time. But what I hear most clearly is the sound coming from the network. One drop falls on the pillow we used to sleep on. Two drops fall on the photo we used to laugh at. The sound is very weak, but it is louder than the thunder in my heart, because it is a sign that I'm losing the real you. I try to cover my ears with my hands, but it still wouldn't stop. I try to force a smile, but the tears wouldn't obey. They still flow, they still drift silently. The sound of tears falling painfully, like a broken heart saying goodbye. Every drop that seeps into the ground is a story with no return. A sound that no one hears except the person who was abandoned. Because they cannot hide the truth. Calendar changes, the leaves fall with the seasons. The roads we used to walk are now deserted. You walk away, leaving only sadness in my heart while I am alone. Look looking at the shadows of the past. They say time will heal the wounds of the heart, but why is this heart still attached to something? Seeing the world, seeing you smile, I am also happy. It's strange, but inside my heart I am crying with the most pain. Even though the world keeps spinning, even though the people around us change their faces and words, there is one thing that never changes. This is the heart that still loves you as before, even though it knows there is no hope, even though it hurts endlessly. A heart that doesn't change, even though it has to wait until the day of reckoning. The only breath left is for missing you. No matter how much it hurts, I still can't stop loving you. Don't worry about me, may you live happily. Let go of this pain, let this honest heart be mine. If one day you were tired or there is no one around, remember that there is one heart never going far. That hasn't changed will always be yours. Yeah. Sitting next to each other, feeling like we are thousands of miles away. Looking into your eyes, I see only emptiness in my face. The hand that wants to reach out must be forcibly pulled back, knowing full well that I have no right to even touch your fingertips. You laugh happily when you talk about other people you love, while I smile in pain, listening to those stories with difficulty. I wanna say stop it, I wanna say I'm sick, but there are no boundaries, no limits to friendship. It prevents my heart from going beyond the line. Like the stars in the sky, visible but unreachable, like the wind that blows cold to the bone but shapeless. This love is a sacrifice that no one knows. A love that cannot be touched, loving alone in silence, willing to let your heart melt, not daring to speak the truth. Most afraid of loss, afraid of you Sometimes I wish the world would disappear in the blink of an eye, so that we could be together without any status to hinder us. But it's just a dream that will never come true. Each other, but can't be each other's. Love you, but have to be someone who doesn't know your heart. A love that can't be touched. The sky is vast and empty, looking towards the end without seeing it. Like my heart that waits for you, not knowing when we will meet again. The cold wind cuts through my lonely heart, leaving only shadows and memories that are fading away. Many people pass by me, never stopping, but in my eyes I see only emptiness in every direction. Because without you, this world has become too big. I have lost my way, lost in the desert of dreams. The distance between us is farther than the sky and the earth. Or have you forgotten all the sweet words? But for me, each second is as long as many years. A long way in the world without you. Do you know that this heart is calling, calling your name? In the most painful silence, even though I know that the sound cannot reach your ears, I am still willing to wait, waiting in an ocean of tears. If this waiting has no end, if your return is just a dream, I don't wanna wake up, because in dreams at least there's someone nearby. sky is still big, the road is still far. I'm still here where you said goodbye, waiting for you until my heart stops beating. The light of the lamp by the window still shines every night, just like my heart that never stops thinking about you. Even though I know that now you have someone new by your side, my heart is not yet exhausted. I still want to wait. The sweater you left behind, leaving behind your sand, makes me think of you. I wanna see you again. Every time the wind blows, it turns my heart. Where are you now? Do you know that someone misses you? People around me tell me to stop being stupid. They say you're not coming back. Don't keep waiting in vain. But this heart refuses to listen. It's still stubborn, still waiting for the road. Even though I know you won't return, still hoping in the dark until the day is over. Waiting for the knock on the door, waiting for the words, I'm back. Even though I know it's just a dream that will never come true. Do you know how much I hurt? Time moves on, but my heart remains attached to the place where we used to laugh, the place where we used to cry. This waiting is torture. I am willing to accept it, as long as I know that you are safe. Still waiting for the road. Even though I know you won't return, still hoping in the dark until the day of reckoning. Waiting for the knock on the door, waiting for the words, I'm back. Even though I know it's just a dream that will never come true. The sky is almost clear, but you still haven't arrived. I'll stay here, close my eyes and imagine you waiting until my last breath. The moonlight is about to set, but my heart is still filled with nostalgia. The looking at old photos, leaving only tears every day. Fate has destined us to meet only halfway. You must walk forward while I must be near the shadow of the past. The hands that once held must also be released with time. The words that used to be said, never break, had become a painful farewell. I don't blame you for choosing a new and better path, because I know that I am not destined to walk by your side forever. If this nation, we are destined to be only acquaintances. If this love ends in sadness, I will not be upset. I will not cry and demand. I will wait for you until the next generation, a generation where we can be together, a generation without division, without tears and without goodbyes. This one generation, may you be happy, and let the broken heart leave me as the one who cries, waiting to see you in the next generation. Next generation. Please don't let us be separated again. I promise myself that no matter what happens, I will still look for you, even if I have to wait for thousands of years. This heart will not change, because you are the only person my heart will never forget. I will wait for you until the next generation, generation where we can be together, generation without division, without tears and without goodbyes. This generation, may you be happy, and let the broken heart leave me as the one who cries, waiting to see you in the next generation. Farewell, my love. In this life, I will close my eyes and sleep, hoping to see you again in the next life. Waiting for you forever. Bricks of pain stacked high block out the light shining into my heart. In this lonely room, I built this wall to protect myself from being hurt like before. You try to knock on the door, you try to call out names, but those sounds can't get past the steel wall. The heart that used to be open is now closed tightly, afraid of promises which eventually become departures. It's not that I wanna be alone, but I don't dare to trust anyone. It's not that I wanna live in darkness, but I'm afraid of the light that lies. This wall is the safest place. So all alone, Sometimes I feel suffocated in the wall I built myself. Sometimes I wish someone would come and help me break down this wall. But fear is always stronger than hope. Here alone in a high wall, no one can enter, and I'm not going anywhere. Goodbye to a world full of lies. The cold wind is coming. It touches my body and makes me shiver, but it's not as cold as my heart that used to be gentle. Now it's quiet. I look outside and see snow falling in the sky, but inside my heart it's freezing because of you. A cup of coffee that was once hot has now turned cold as ice. Like the promises you once made now melted away. Sitting by the fire, but it cannot provide warmth to a heart that is suffering from an unexplained breakup. The seasons may change from cold to warm, but for me it seems like I'm stuck in winter forever. Winter in my heart, cold to my spine, pain to my heart. No sunlight, no sound of laughter like before. Every breath in and out is an invisible loneliness. Is there anyone who can come and help melt the ice in my heart? This one. a painful secret.